Hello guys, welcome back to my channel again. I'm TGS. This is the TGS channel. Here we play retro video games, we talk about them, and sometimes even both. If this is the first time on this channel and you like stuff like that, press like and subscribe. It helps this channel grow. So without further ado, let's move on to our subject. So for today's video, we have Street Fighter and Street Fighter 2 in particular. And this is a video I've been wanting to do for a while. Something was stopping me. It's mainly because even though this channel is about tutorials and is about generic knowledge or not so generic knowledge that we can share with each other, and obviously even I could know a few things. I felt like for Street Fighter 2, even though I absolutely love the game and I played it to death, and I've played it to death. You can actually see the arcade one-up cabinet right there in the back. One of my earlier videos on this channel, actually the most viewed video on my channel, is how to beat, like with basic moves, like layman's terms, like a single, maybe one or two buttons, and if someone takes my already very simplistic video on there and makes it, a notch even simpler, it's basically beating this game almost using just Fierce Kick, this one, like Champion Edition. But yeah, having said that, I never really felt I'm the professional, I'm the one that could give tutorials here and there. But I got encouraged after a comment I saw by my buddy Steve, very new subscriber, and also has really great content. I think you should go ahead and check his channel out. And we basically were talking about who's your favorite character, and I mentioned Vega, of all people. And I mentioned Vega because no matter how strange that might sound to you, because if you have been in this channel for a while, and if you've seen me play Street Fighter 2 and how I deal with Vega and how I basically taunt him and say tons of things about that character, I used to like him a lot as a kid. I thought he was looking really badass. There was a lot of things going for him. I mean, if you think about it, he's the kind of character that, especially in early Street Fighter 2, like World Warrior and Champion Edition maybe, he's definitely the character that stands out the most. He's the only guy who covers his face. You can never really see his face unless he beats you, basically, which was pretty easy to do for him. Like if you by any chance were one of those guys that played World Warrior and reached Vega, and you saw that guy, that masked man, going after you, chances are you were going to lose, and you're going to see his face. There was lots of things going for him. I mean, he even had that claw, that glove with the claws, with large knives, whatever they are, like the Wolverine-like style, and he even moved different. Like he would be climbing in a cage, jumping on you from different kind of angles, performing all these amazing suplexes and grapple moves, and he even looked different, like from any other character. Like, let's face it, he was tall, he was slender, and he moved super fast, even faster than Chun-Li. So amazing character. Like he had all the characteristics of a really mysterious character. But then as the game would receive more upgrades and new versions of it, we got Champion Edition, then we got Super Street Fighter 2, you would see more of Vega, and you would be able to tear down that mysterious vibe about him and basically see that he's just a narcissistic sociopath that squeals like a cat in heat. I don't know how else to say it. Like bottom of the barrel. He became like bottom of the barrel instantly. The moment I saw him take his mask off, which is in the matches, it's not like something you expect him to do, but he does this pose where he takes off the mask, he stands like that. It's like, it's like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. You're ruining Vega for me. Like they ruined Vega for me forever. And the more I learned about his lore, and to be honest, even in the very first iteration of Street Fighter 2 World Warrior, you see his winning line, which is basically him saying, handsome fighters never lose a battle. That's a strange thing to say, especially if you're one of those guys that goes in the ring, like basically fighting bare knuckle and with somebody like breaking each other's faces and all things considered. That was weird. So, like I've said before, as time went by, I started disliking Vega. And when the time came for me to try and learn more about the game and be able to make some videos, maybe one credit runs on Street Fighter in general, usually Vega was one of the characters I would filter. I would just scan him, like every move, every reaction of his, so that I could know his patterns better, so that I can humiliate him every time we met. And there's lots of things like today, if you would ask me, pretty much anything or everything bothers me on Vega. Think about it. He's the only character in Street Fighter 2 that uses actual weapons. He's a whoosh. Why would you be using weapons like Ryu and every other character? Dude, even Bison, the M. Bison, the dictator M. Bison, because obviously there's some switching the names problem. Originally in Japan, the one we know as Vega was named Balrog, and the one that we know as Bison was named Vega, and basically the boxer was M. Bison. And they probably changed that because they feared at that point that, Mike Tyson was very popular, and, M. Bison, boxer, it kind of rhymes exactly like that. Maybe that was the reason. I don't really know. So, yeah, Vega, or Balrog, which his Japanese name is, whatever you may gonna call him. He's the only guy in the roster. He's the only fighter that actually uses weapons. Yeah. So I asked my buddy Steve, because this is mainly for you, man. I don't know who else is gonna watch that. There are probably gonna be people telling me down there in the comment section, "Are you really making tutorials? Who do you think you are?" But anyways, tutorials on Street Fighter? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so Vega and how to beat him in World Warrior, in Champion Edition, in Super Street Fighter 2, and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Yeah, I included that one too. So keep in mind, I'm going to be showing you how to beat the AI of Vega in the aforementioned games. And I'm going to be using Ryu. Why? Because I feel much more comfortable with Ryu. He's easy to pick up and play. He's the main character. No, that's all there is to it, really. So I'm going to be showing you World Warrior first, and then we're going to move on to... I think I forgot a game. We also have Hyper Fighting, don't we? So it's like World Warrior, Champion Edition, Hyper Fighting, which is basically Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I'm going to be showing you how to beat Vega in all these iterations. There are similarities, there are differences, and I'm going to be talking from my point of view, from my experience, the way I feel Vega moves, the way when I'm holding the controller. There might be something that I'm missing. Okay, I'm just one guy. I'm just a person. I'm just a human being. But from my point of view, World Warrior and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo are the toughest iterations of Vega, in my humble opinion. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is the toughest, obviously, and it's pretty much self-explanatory. I mean, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is almost too cheap. It's almost too cheap. It can bring your piss to a boil pretty easily. So let's start with World Warrior, which surprisingly he's quite tough there. Let's see how you off him there. Now let's go with World Warrior. One thing we have to get out of the way is like you have to be good and having the story can happen the way you want it, the second you want it. because especially in this fight, it's super important that you use the Shoryuken. Very recently, I've done this video with a challenge like the light, that's light, and the Shoryuken is what saved me, really. So basically what you do is having Shoryukens happen so that he can do the backflip and gradually get back to a corner. When he decides to jump at you, and this is what he does, you just be prepared to use the Shoryuken as if it's your only move at this point. He's constantly jumping, and sometimes when he's jumping, if he connects, the next thing he's gonna do is his slide move. Be prepared to duck and hold back. You can hit him back, but when he starts doing that, especially, you need your Shoryuken right there. One thing to note is that when you land a hit on him and you knock him down, and we're gonna pause and go back a little bit, and I'm gonna show you parts of it again. You saw me close the distance with him and hit him with Tatsumaki. So your game plan is to back him up to a corner. Wait for him to do the wall jump, perform the Shoryuken, then use Hadouken once to make him do the backflip. Timing is of the essence. And again, once he starts climbing there, what I always say, especially if you're okay with your Shoryuken, it's his own funeral. But you need to have patience, and you need to really sharpen your skills using the Shoryuken. It might, for some people, that might sound trivial. It might sound like really stupid. Like, yeah, we know how to do the Shoryuken, man. It's not easy for everyone to do the Shoryuken. Let's bring this everything down to a basic level. Let's forget we know anything about fighting games, because it's not that simple, not for everyone. And let's think about it. Like, you really have to practice on your own. You have to relax, to be able to do the Shoryuken. The minute you want it, the second you really need it, it's gotta happen. Because every time you perform it, he backflips. He goes back to a corner. You could try, the moment he does the backflip, go close to him and try the fierce kick on him, which is a legit strat that I'll be showing in the next iterations, but it hasn't really worked all that well in World Warrior for me, so I would not suggest you do it. I would suggest you do it like safer, like this, and the moment just before he gets up, if you knock him down after a Shoryuken, try your Tatsumaki at the moment he's getting up. I'm gonna replay this now so that you'll be able to see it. Again, as you can see, after a while, after wall jumping, he'll just start climbing the net, the fences, or whatever that is, and that's his own funeral. So basically, that's it for World Warrior. Let's move on to Champion Edition. Now let's get this out of the way. If you really want to make Vega suffer, this is your version. That's the version you should be playing. Champion Edition is an absolutely fantastic version of Street Fighter 2. It has more characters. Now you can play also as the bosses. And obviously we have here Vega, and he feels quite nerfed. He feels quite as if he calmed down a bit. And here's what you do. You try to jump before he jumps. Of course, you gotta bait him for that. You gotta wait for him to initiate an attack and land, and then jump and attack at the same time. And once you get backed up to a corner, starts doing these backflips, again, he tries the wall thing, same thing. Look at that. Just fierce kick him and jump before he even jumps. After you hit him, see? We'll see. Like in the second round, it's more of the same. Really, it's like he is getting totally dominated in this version each and every time. Look at him, wall jump. I tried to jump kick so that I can give you the example. Well, shut up, Scorpion. It's Street Fighter now. So here we go. I back him up to a corner again. Jump kick right away. He gets dizzy. Jump kick again. Get back there. Get back to the corner. That's what you do. You jump kick the moment he lands, you jump kick before him, you jump and kick at the same time, and he backflips. And when he backflips, he gets his face smashed on your legs. That's all that happens. You can absolutely dominate Vega in this version, and in the next one, it's not much different either. Even though there are some significant changes in hyper fighting, it's going to be more of the same with Vega. He's really tame here as well, so it's going to be all the same with him just going faster and also us also going faster. Again, the same. I jump kick, make him backflip. Look at that. Even with a fierce kick, I was able to do an anti-aerial, and you can do the same. He decides all too soon to go to the wall because he gets his face smashed in. Look at that. He tries his best to hit me like that. I even off him with a Hadouken. Don't try your Hadouken too often. Only World Warrior once after you hit him, knocked him down with the Shoryuken. This one, hyper fighting, all the same. Deal with him the same way you did with we did on Champion Edition. Look at that. He's even getting some lucky hits there. I don't really remember him hitting me like that. Don't tell me I actually lost this round. There's no freaking way. Come on. Shoryuken. Yeah, sure you can. Then you jump. Fierce kick, jump, fierce kick. It's one button. It's one button, really. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, don't tell me he even lost like that. I played like absolute garbage in this round, and I still won. This is what happens. Hyper fighting. Let's move on to Super Street Fighter 2. So, Super Street Fighter 2, again, we deal with him the same way we did earlier. He's not that hard here either. He tries to jump kick. I think in this version, jump kicking, even when he's down in front of you, makes it even worse for him. He cannot react, not even try, to get your air kick not to work the first time. You didn't. It seems like he doesn't even have the ability in this version to make you bait him first, so that you can jump kick first before he starts his own jump attack. There we go again. Back him up to a corner. Same old thing. Jump kick. You don't let him breathe. Jump kick. He really got me there with, but I got him back. Because he shouldn't have forgotten I'm left-handed, and Shoryuken comes really easy there. But you could do pretty much anything there, and you would still win. And there's only this one version left. And even though our main strategy doesn't really change, you have to keep in mind that you have to keep also your distance in said version. That's Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. You can't really go as close to him because he can really grab you. He can really put the hurt on you. And this is like the hardest iteration of Street Fighter 2. So yeah, what did you expect? But let's try to break down my attempt here versus Vega because it really mattered. Now it's the same, but I'm trying faster. And look at him. I'm jumping, trying to get him back to a corner. It's really risky because I'm getting actually too close, and look at the damage he does. It's just the way it is. You cannot avoid it. I lost this round, and in fact, I was doing pretty good. Like I was doing pretty good. Yeah, I was, huh? I didn't do that good on Turbo. Anyways, back him up to a corner, do the same thing. Here, there's one tip that I can give you. Once you back him up to a corner, he does a backflip. You wait for him to, for his battle cry, like his, when he backflips, you wait for that to end before you initiate your attack with your fierce kick. It's of the essence. Just keep watching. I'll try to shut up the moment, and that was really close, a really close round. I could have lost there. I think I lost to Sagat after that, so anyways, doesn't really matter. I hit him there. See, that's what you need to do. But even like that, it has tons of risk. I backed off there and I actually got a lucky hit. That was lucky. I was trying to do a Soryuken. He's really a lot tougher. That's all I have to say. So, final thoughts on Vega and his AI. I think he's kind of overrated. I mean, if we take out this whole deal with Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, you can basically lose to anyone. That's the whole thing. The Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is cheap anyway. He's supposed to be tough there. Everyone's supposed to be tough there. You can pretty much lose, like, even versus the first character. You can lose versus the first character. It's like the difficulty level is top notch. Nothing tops that. But, you know, in all the other iterations, if you minus the World Warrior, which again, he has a pretty clear pattern to exploit, especially in Champion Edition, he's a chump. You can basically back him up to a corner and make him feel all the humiliations that he's given all these people all over the world for gathering all these coins for himself. That greedy, psychotic, narcissistic bastard, that's what he is. Yeah, you can really put the hurt on him. So that's my whole deal, my whole view on Vega. Yeah, I used to like the dude. I totally dislike him. I think he squeals a lot. I think he sounds and is very weird, and I don't like his background story a lot. So yeah, if a character, if an antagonist in any video game makes you feel like that, let's give that to Vega. Let's give him props for that. He's probably doing something really nicely because he's supposed to be the antagonist. You're supposed to hate him. So he's successful on there. I give him that. But other than that, I really like to beat his ass and break his face through that mask. So I hope that helps that video. I'm not too professional at editing or anything. I tried to show a little bit of the key stuff that helps you go through the fights with Vega. I really think, especially in Hyper Fighting Turbo, Champion Edition, and even Super Street Fighter 2. And for some reason, I think in Super Street Fighter 2, he's kind of easier. If you bait him and you try and you're close to him and try to jump kick right away after he gets knocked down, the moment he's trying to get up, you can really put the hurt on him and force him back to a corner where you can fierce kick the hell out of him and you can call it a day. So yeah, Vega is not that tough. So guys, that's the video for how to exploit the AI of Vega in Street Fighter 2. Would you like to see any other character? Just let me know. I'll see what I can do. I mean, I'm not really all that confident that I could give the best kind of tips on pretty much every character of every AI of every character, but I can try. And this is most certainly really fun to make. Apart from the fact I had to pay like 30 more euros to get the Legacy Anniversary Collection, whatever was that, because I didn't have Champion Edition on the Capcom Arcade Stadium. I have it right there in the back, but that's a totally different deal. I didn't want to just go again like guerrilla style, get the phone and then put the video on there and do a whole lot different editing. I was practically lazy. I also thought like on playing it on the Super Nintendo, it's again, it's a pretty close translation, to be honest. Any version of that, like World Warrior, Champion Edition, it's not there. Like, I have it on Genesis. I thought of that, but yeah, whatever. You have a clear screen, a clear image of what's going on. So I hope you enjoyed that. Steve, that's for you, man. I hope you enjoyed this as well. So again, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be shortly making another video, which is about the challenge on Super Game Boy, Double Dragon this, even though Raza's name was a lot cooler. Until then, see you, stay retro, and yeah, Raza, you know the rest. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.